Fucking let's go. Let's get
Let's
into
go.
it.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, we're live.
Whoa.
And then
One
the
sec.
door goes on.
Bro.
Go.
Yeah,
Let's
but
go.
Jarran, explain who we are.
Oh, hello. I'm Dom Tommaso and Jarran Zen. I do the big flips, and I also make the music for my own videos. I used to be a garbage man with myself, and I used to work with myself. And that is how I am Jarran Zen and Dom Tomato at the same time.
And just quickly, today's show is brought to you by no one because we don't have any sponsors for our podcast. So if you want to insert sponsor here, hit me up. There you go. Look, and you get a little plug right there. That's all you would need.
I want to get sponsored by a
Everyone
plug.
would have just click to your thing right there because that's how
Boom.
sellable we are.
Yeah.
Good morning from Sydney.
Good morning from Adelaide, where it is in the morning. Get off my
Where
back.
it is not as awesome as Sydney because it is Adelaide.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, what have you done for the last 24 hours of your life, Jarran
4
Zen?
hours. So I got my I got a key card for this new co-working space, which is basically, it was an old church, and then they didn't stipulate when they sold it that it had to be kept as a church. So then they turned it into a fucking nightclub.
Wow.
After the nightclub, it then got turned into a co-working space, but a co-working space for creatives and musicians and shit. So it has a studio inside it. It's got some crazy psychedelic colors, but at the end of the day, it's somewhere where I can just get out of the studio, work on business.
Okay, and does it have a spot outside because it is an old church?
What?
Because old churches have spots, in my experience. A lot of
Oh.
good little playful spots are like the front entrances or side of church buildings because they seem to build up a little bit more like structure.
Not really. Not
No?
really. No. Yeah, it's all right.
Your working space then, bro.
Adelaide is the city of churches, so there are many.
I see. I
churches.
see.
We haven't seen each
yeah.
other for fucking ages. Because
Yeah.
apart from 24 hours, you've been on holiday.
Yeah, I was actually going to span backwards a little bit because it kind of seeps in to how I got the last 24 hours because I was still in transit. But last week, Saturday, previously organized, Saturday is my girlfriend. I organized a trip to Byron. Just wanted to get out of Sydney and, somewhere not busy, which is good. Like we end up staying in Suffolk Park, not quite Byron because it's just a little bit less crowded and we don't want to be around heaps of people at this point. And so we invited, or whoever came, I don't know what terminology I would use there, but the people were Sean Wood, Michael Kadori, Tristan Hodder, Anthony. Why am I blanking on Anthony's last name? Anton Estibar on Instagram, and Lauren Pressure. I did master her name on the thing. Paszowski.
Oh,
Paszowski.
Polish last names are the best, and they all have like J's and Z's next to each other.
Yeah. Which,
Paszowski.
we were talking, she's a singer, and we were talking about her, like, performance, like she changed her name for a performance name or something. And I'm like, no, there's power in Paszkowski. Like, it's, like, I think that people's last names, if they're unique like that, have an innate power behind them because they're coming from somewhere real, like
Try
if you
going
change
to
your
Poland.
name, huh?
Try going to Poland and see how much that stands out.
Yeah.
Yes,
like Christian
You're talking in context with our society.
Christian Kolowensky, even though that's not how you say his last name, and he hates me for saying it like that. Kolowinski. Kolowinski.
Where's he from?
Poland.
Oh shit! So obviously there's a J in there somewhere.
Yeah, but he wasn't there. He was from Poland. So we spent 5 days there, and we got to see quite a bit of Byron. Got to go down to Tweed Head and train with the Brisbane guys, which is a big highlight for me personally.
Oh, sick.
seeing the twins and Morgan and there's heaps of boys there. There's like Michael Bouldery, Harry Macca, Nick Moo. It's all like, yeah, the whole gang. Like, there's like 10 people
Yeah,
training,
right.
which was
Because
really,
Tweed
really fun.
Heads is about like what? It's an hour or two down from Brisbane. How far up from Byron was it?
45-minute to an hour drive from Byron, so it wasn't too far
Fucking
away,
win.
and we didn't have to cross the border because that was a big thing for our
Oh,
crew. It's like we
COVID.
didn't want to, we didn't want to do any border crossing at this time.
Oh, but
you know,
they crossed the border. Oh, bad guys.
I actually found out quite a lot of people in that area because of the surfing scene were going like only in that area back and forth. So I was like, oh, but we didn't spend an hour there, and then we got out of there, isolated spots because parkour. Yeah, and all in all, it was a really good trip, really productive. Felt like I filmed a whole bunch of stuff that I'll bring to the YouTube channel for you guys. And then we had the long journey back. So Sean gave us a lift back to Newcastle, slept at his, and then we caught a train back because I had a job in the evening. I can't obviously talk too much about it because it's, how these jobs things works. But one thing that was really cool in my experience was that I got to be in the presence of a tiger. And that's a first for me, being just, around such an incredible animal within, pouring distance of it. They're such majestic beasts. This one wasn't even full grown, and there's just still such like,
It's my drawing of a tiger.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Wait.
Whoa, that's eidetic to
photorealism. See, it needs the triangles.
Yeah,
Otherwise
because yeah. Thank you. I'm scared again. Now I'm like, Actually, to be fair, I wouldn't say being the president I was ever scared due to like the calm demeanor of all the people involved, but also like something about them that's so mythical and like not like they don't, I don't know, like I feel this with animals, like they're not dangerous unless they're in that state or in like certain circumstances, or they're in the wild. You know what I mean?
You do realize
these creatures growing up around people.
It was probably sedated.
Nah, definitely not.
Sedated and well fed. Both.
Yeah, definitely well fed. They're just feeding it chunks of steak. Like I was like, damn, I want
really?
a steak. just whip it out. It's sick. Yeah, so that was really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to putting all together the Byron content because I haven't sat down in front of the computer to edit it yet. Got a bunch of admin work to do, but other than that, life is that. That is the thing. The thing. I'd never been to Byron before. It's a pretty interesting place.
Yeah, I feel like it got less. Like, not that I've ever been there, but I remember it kind of having those hippie vibes. And I think
definitely still had like the beach hippie vibes. What was really nice is it wasn't very crowded. I heard from a few other people that usually it was like way more packed, which I think would have made me less comfortable because I like having space to like do flips on the beach and not be all over people and walk through the streets and not have to like shoulder barge everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good.
This is fun. What's our topic today?
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Save Your Clips trend.
All right.
That was my...
It's like your message just being like, main topic, why Save Your Clip sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't suck. That's what I wanted to I want to start my whole premise about it with. I definitely appreciate the concept and can understand where it's coming from. I'm just anti-trendsist. So like, if everyone just starts saving their clips, then we lose a whole subculture that we have of these people daily posting to show progression, to like motivate each other and kind of like bounce off each other on a daily rate, which is what we get with Instagram. Like a lot of people downplay the actual bonuses that there is to that. Like, a lot of people, especially old school people, look at Instagram, they don't find that motivation. but I know that this new age and this new generation of shorter attention span, they do watch this clip and they do watch this one clip over and over and over and over and try and soak up everything out of it, and then go and train that day with that motivation.
Yeah.
And so I think there is value in, both. And I think if everyone in the scene just gets, oh, fuck it, I'm going to save my clips, then we lose something else a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like you lose momentum, because at the end of the day, it all has to be cross-platform.
Yeah, I also think somewhat you lose when you have a video that is jam-packed. Like, this is like, people are like, oh, what about Soul Destroyers? I'm not talking about Soul Destroyers. Soul Destroyers was fucking incredible.
Yeah, fucking
Don't get me wrong.
masterpiece.
Yeah, but Giles has been shooting parkour and free running, and he had those incredible athletes for like 14 years. He's been shooting, and he has all those incredible athletes, and he knows how to tell the stories behind it visually.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are just going to put out, like, save your clips and then put out a banger 3-minute edit with no clench and release, no pause, and it's just going to get smushed all together, and you're going to be like, well, they're a beast, but it's harder to, I think sometimes you lose impact of the individual jumps that were the craziest, because they mash them together in a way that it's just beast, 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 beast. And it's like, with a video, and I'm sure Jimmy, who is the Save Your Clips matriarch,
guy.
He's
not a female, so he's not a matriarch.
Look, man, he's a matriarch. Right? Kieran Matriarch, Jimmy the Giant. That's his, but I feel like his motivation was not like, everyone just save it and make fucking tank 3-minute edits. It's like, save your clips from when you're training, save your like clips from a month, and then put out the vibes of that month, or put out the good times as well, as
because it might be a banger month.
Yeah, but also don't just think like everyone's thinking, like they've translated the matter a little bit weird. Like, a lot of people, from what I've heard anyway, thinking like banger, and it's like, cool, but that's not what he was saying. He was saying culture and community. All the extra moments that those videos provided with the characters and the faces, those are the things that were building the culture. And yeah, I think like a lot of people, you can still make save those clips, but save clips from all parts of your life, or save clips from all aspects of the things you're doing, so that you have like a complete video that is an enjoyable piece of art to watch, as opposed to a hectic parkour video. Because if you want to change or shape the culture in any way, you want to show these kids who you are as well, and what we do as people, not just like, rah! Like, if you want to do that, do it on Instagram, because that's what that market platform is for.
It's like,
and also, I want to watch your clips. I use your clips to motivate my training. So post on Instagram every day, people.
I'm guessing that, you have the small up and coming kids, and you're like, oh man, these guys are like so good.
Yeah, I wouldn't say small up and coming kids, man. Just everyone that's like popping. There's so many different people that are so incredible, and I really enjoy the connectedness of the regular posting and being able to kind of see what people are getting up to in their training, almost like day by day, week by week. It's like, for me, I'm like, oh, cool, okay. Oh, I want to use that this week in my training. I want to try that today when I go out. So there's like really tangible things that you can take away from Instagram that are really beneficial to parkour and parkour training, especially the networking side of things, where you're talking to everyone. Like, I'm currently training with Alfie Green, Jan Schlappen, Jan Langer. Yeah, but people best know him from Schlappen Free Run. But like, we're basically training together. We just send each other clips that we're doing, like, and then like try to one up each other, or like try to race each other to do a trick, and like do like fun little challenges like that, like set each other goals. And that sort of shit is pretty like unique to Instagram, I think.
Well, yeah, it's instantaneous.
Yeah,
you can't have that going, oh, well, I'm going to respond to what you did at the end of the week when I put my one video out. But we're not even talking about that. We're talking about, releasing, say you would only be releasing your monthly video.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not against any. Obviously, this is my whole thing with like life as well. I'm like, I have my thing that I like doing, and I'm not going to judge you for doing your thing. Like, if you want to save your clips and you want to make those bang edits, go ahead. I just feel like there could be more to come from it, and also don't just jump on it because you're a trendist. Be a wolf, don't be a sheep. Yeah, if you weren't thinking about saving your clips and you're just kind of doing it because save your clips, get your own motivation behind why that's important, right? Because that's going to be the game changer. If everyone just does hashtag save your clips and they just save their clips for an edit, and that's the only things they put on it. We got to have more. We're more than that, guys. As a parkour scene, we are more than just, oh, here's the good jumps we do. You know, it's like every day for me, it's more about the fun I'm having had at the jamming than it is the bangers. You know, like they come because I'm having fun with my friends and we get ideas and then motivated to do things. It's not because, you know, we're like, oh, what's gonna be the most fucking sick thing I can post? Like that shit doesn't matter. You just post what you do or save what you do, but find the reasons that you do stuff for your own enjoyment, not because somebody in the scene said to do it, you know?
coming back like probably 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You said clench and release, but let's go with tension and release. What you can't do in
What,
one of
my
those
butthole reference?
Sure, let's go with it. Whatever. So like put a 3-minute banger versus Soul Destroyer, just one section of it. Say when Max Barker is doing that just fucked line with the massive cat pre.
Yeah. I know because you like that one.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
Incredible.
you can't do a 3-minute banger edit with that kind of story and that kind of, oh shit, is he just going to eat it? Because that was a 3 to 5 minute segment just of them going, this was hard.
Yeah, one jump. I mean, and that's as well, you know, right now the ultimate viewer time is like between 7 and 8 minutes. Apparently it's not over the 10-minute mark, but I would advise, yeah, in your videos, give it some breathing room. I think some of my favorite edits are not the ones that hit heavy the entire time, but they hit heavy when it's necessary, and then the rest of the time it's very good stuff with clean, powerful control. Maybe it's, you know, a little bit more diverse, but you know, when it hits heavy, you feel the weight of it. And I think that's something that's really undercut in videos now that Team Farang does still do, but like was known for back in the day, is it's these moments of lead up or personality or context as well. So getting shots of the location with the scale before the person actually goes into anything, so that you know, the viewer can understand, hey, this is there. If you just see this body the whole time in the center of frame and they're just like the ground's just passing it all the time, you don't get the information of what they just canvassed as the space necessarily. You know, there's ways that you can give your video breathing room and context. Like I often like seeing sometimes, sorry, I'm rambling on this, but when someone will like Story does this in their vlogs, but you can do it in videos. They put in a line from one angle and then they play out the line from another angle that's further.
They do that all the time.
Well, yeah, but my whole I'm not very good at filming and shit, so my whole shtick is like trying to show, like when I film parkour, I'm like just trying to show scale and information, because like if the move, like for me, if the run is about the person, like say for example I was filming Archie, I would only film Archie and just chase him around real close, like the way his stuff is shot, because it's about what he's doing more than it is about the obstacles. But then if you shoot someone like Michael Kadori, you want to show how far that mother It's jumping, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you want to see all the weird, like, because he also does this thing where he, like, when he's coming down or up, he'll hit these technical notes that normally would be pretty hard, but because he brisks through them, if you don't show that in the shot, it just looks like basic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very difficult. So it's really about showing to the viewer all the aspects, to me, when I film parkour, all the aspects of what makes that tricky, or why it's why like, for the perception of the athlete, you'll feel that a little bit in the shot. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
We got that.
Does end up just being talking about how I film parkour. But it's definitely different filming parkour to filming like normal shit. I'm horrible at filming normal shit. Like, you know, and that's an art in itself. And I think people like Jason and Sean have this creative eye for that extra thing, you know, can really make an impact. Like that's why Star's videos are so good, is because they got Toby and Sasha as well, who have this amazing cinematic eye and can just pop that in there to give you these like visual,
But then everyone else can film.
Yeah, and like everyone's bringing personality to the table there. So they've got like the composition of the right things. Like sometimes I wish I had someone just with like a long lens camera always around with us. If you just want to come out in Sydney and you have a long lens camera and you just want to shoot all day and then give me all your footage, we can hang out.
Well, you won't be hanging out because they'll have to be about 200-300 meters away.
Yeah, but intervally, you know, I'll be like, I'm going to do that over there.
Yay. Do you remember I did that at Santorini that time? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get a big fucking telephoto lens. And then I had to like go up on a cliff to even like get anything in frame.
Yeah, it's they're tricky. You gotta know what you're doing. I think
I don't know
telephoto stuff really works. Like I don't know how the bloody sports videographers do it, where they're like just like someone hits the ball and they're like the telephoto lens, they just follow it perfectly. I'm like, I don't get how
while zooming in and stuff. What?
But I think telephoto stuff, like the way Jason's used it in Team Fraying Edits, where we've used it like pretty staged, as in like, okay, you're gonna go over there and then we'll communicate when you're gonna do the jump or the combo, and it will shoot like he's, you know, really far back, but it's like coordinated as opposed to shot without, like, you know, just on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows where he's going to point the camera, so the camera motion is smoother and it's all put together. But it's like, I don't know how they do it on Sports Tonight.
Speaking of sports cameras, guys,
baseballs and footballs.
Have you ever basically gotten filmed by a guy in one of the springy vests and shit? Just like running full tilt behind you or something.
I had a guy in a spring. Most of the time that I have people in springy vests, they fall over.
Yeah.
Like I had one where this director from LA was like, yeah, I need this knee segue to like do this shot. And he had like the vest on and a red on. And he didn't need the knee segue to do this shot. He just wanted to be cool as fuck. And then like he did a couple of test shots with us running. And then we go inside and we just hear, and he just cracks the like hood of his red and stuff and like grazes up his shoulder and back because he was just zooming too fast on the thing, like unnecessarily, like wasn't just shooting and just.
Wow. Did he was he in a bad mood after that?
No. I mean, I think, you know, it's all bravado in that sense. Like you've got to play it off like, you know, yeah, it's my red anyway, so I don't care that I have to pay like, you know, $30,000 to replace this.
Because it would like, just the hood is $30,000 on that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably not 30, but you get the idea. Their shit is expensive.
It's ridiculously expensive.
Yeah. I still haven't seen the footage from that project. There was it was nice on the job that I was on.
Did you leave the toast on?
I think they're doing the fire alarm test. They do it every so often.
Good.
It's a very fun time.
Yeah.
That was a fun time noise.
Yeah, you got that. You got some birds going off.
Sorry, everybody.
It's
Should have read
actually, it's
the
not
letter
that
that they put in
loud.
the mailbox.
It's not that loud at all.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's the monthly test for the evacuation system. It's complete for today now, guys. So
You
I
gave a
don't have to
monthly
evacuate.
test?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We have a building manager, and he's like a sick guy, and he's like pretty super on it with everything.
But a monthly test?
Well, what if? I think that's good. I'd prefer regular testing, to be honest. Like sometimes I get in elevators. I'm like, when's the last time this was checked? Like, I think regular testing is an important part that we don't do. Everyone like makes it and they're like, cool, that's done. Like, shouldn't you go and like make sure it's okay every so often and then do the necessary like nothing just stays.
I like to live dangerously. Never test anything. Fuck it. No maintenance on anything either.
No maintenance. Nah, I mean, I guess maintenance has become a part of my mindset pretty strongly. So then I'm like, and it's like the other thing about Australian architecture, like it's gone down in the quality of like solidarity. Like it's all. I feel like now when they build shit, they just throw it together. They don't even fucking concrete stuff together. Sometimes they just put pavers on. Like you go to a new spot, and you go to the wall and you shake it, the paver just comes off. Like you can just lift the paver off. Like
yeah,
that's not
weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like that's not even a parkour issue only. That's a OH&S issue. Like, what if someone like goes, some old person goes to the edge and they put their arm up to like lean on the wall and they pull the paver down, knock themselves out. Like a paver falling will break bones.
Yeah, especially if you land on it.
I stress to the universe: keep building solid stuff. Don't build
No, it's like
shitty stuff because
it's
it's fast and
incrementally
cheap.
more expensive. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Nah.
It's unacceptable. I'm so much more cynical in the mornings. Have you noticed?
Compared to me, you're the happy guy always.
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 Do we have any more like, things to talk about this week? I'm pretty like flexed on that was like my main thing. I could talk about the weekly world of parkour. I didn't even check the Fighter Flight Academy competition because I am being on holiday.
Has someone won?
Someone won.
Did they? Or are they up to finals?
Maybe someone won 2-2. You didn't get my joke. I hope someone laughed out there.
I don't even listen to you.
Finals voting is open 54 minutes ago. All right, guys, you better go vote. Is it? All right.
Koval
I'm going to go vote
Listen.
on the live stream right now. The finals. Who's ready? This is good. We can do this live on the show. Fighter Flight Academy semi-final results. Too much information for Dom. All right. So, I did not want to make this judgment. These are literally my two favorite runs.
Well, at least you chose well.
Oh, man. I'm going to rewatch these, even though I've watched both of them hundreds of times. 360, catch, step, boom, 1, 2, boom, 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 execution flawless, execution flawless. I just already think I've seen the teetotal. I'm not going to say who I'm going to vote for out of the two lines because I don't want to sway anyone's personal dictation. So it's between 3-run Koval and Yasin Hamati. And like I said, these are literally two of my favorite lines, and I feel awful to vote. So, I mean, well, the only thing, guys, is now you have to click a link in the bio to vote. And when you do that, you have to put in your information and email. This is in order to prevent against bots, but I also suspect that it may be a way to build a bank of emails. So
I'm in the semifinals now. Because my whole thing has weight.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's great. Oh, I just realized that it's only those two. So that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Koval because
Well, yeah, because
well, it
I
doesn't
don't want
actually
to. I don't
matter.
want.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say anything because you actually hold sway. I'm gonna say
Well,
whatever
I
the
don't
fuck
want
I
to
want because I'm
hold
not
sway.
influencing anyone. So
Yeah.
I'm saying Koval because just because he had like the two big bangers in there. It's
Yeah.
like
Well,
the flow
the judging criteria that they want you to follow is based on execution. Is number one. They want cleanest, like squeaky, no worry, no error, no margin. Then they look at, I think it's flow, so how it was all connected. Then they go to creativity, which is like what different variety did you use, how did you use the spot, those sort of things. And then they want difficulty. So like the difficulty tricks should not weigh as much as if they did it perfectly. And this
Alright,
the
well,
thing
then the
about
other
these
one.
two runs is they both did it perfectly.
Yeah.
No, just watch it back in, like, that's just the criteria they want you. I'm not saying change your opinion. I'm just saying that's the criteria they want you to follow in an ideal
Obviously, I'm
world.
gonna change my opinion constantly. No,
Oh my
I think
God,
I think it
no.
actually comes down to the creativity section.
Yeah.
Like Koval is very much just that linear boom, 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 and then the other one's flying around the joint.
I disagree. I think his creativity is just as ferocious because that 360 catch over the handspring is already horrendously like unique, and like then he does the techie step off for the double side. He does it off the lower rail.
Yeah.
That's hella unique mindset, like thinking around the box, like that unique use of spot. Like he could have just double sided over. He could have done anything, but he decided to do something like that, which to me is creative.
Yeah.
Like the way he came back around the spot without wasting steps or making it look like he did just a circle, like he kind of did a zigzag and turned out of a flip to step. Like that use of spot is creative to me. Obviously your sins tricks were all surprising, which I think gives him a little bit more of an edge in the creativity perks, like from my opinion. Like I didn't expect the TDR to jump cast. That really got me because it was like it started so fucking strong and then ended with this wham surprise, and it's really unique. Like I don't really see that, so it's very tough, and I wish both of them the very, very, very best. I will keep my vote to myself for now.
But how good is that? I got you actually talking about it when we could have just fucking stopped, basically. But now you've made it hard for everyone else that wanted to just follow your opinion and go, meh.
Yeah. I mean, I slightly agree with, I'm really happy to see those two in the finals because I slightly did agree with what Callum was saying in one of his recent posts about how competitions that are completely voted by the community, and this is why this Fight or Flight didn't do this. They did half with the judges and the voting. So there was like, I didn't even think it was half. Holden explained it last week. So there is like, a system in place that they all get 10. Oh yeah, it's half, but the judges all get 10% to put towards that half for the 5 judges. But yeah, it's like if it's just online, like just because we can't. How do you keep it to athletes? You know what I mean? So it is just clout chasing essentially. Like you could just I feel like I could have just gone and flooded the first 2 rounds with just people just going to tell people to follow me, and people who don't even know the other people would just go and do it on the fact that they're followers. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful with that. Like, and that's why I kept stressing every time I talked about this. I kept stressing to everyone, like, just try to be unbiased. Look at the 2 athletes for the runs because that's the most important thing. It's that's the most respectful thing to do to the athletes, I think. You know what I mean? It's about respect for what they're producing with their bodies. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Take your feelings out of it.
Shall we throw this over to the audience?
Yes. I will bring up y'all, and we can talk for a little bit, talk some smack. I'm in a smack talking mood, so you want to talk some smack? Hit me up. I'm feeling catty today, so. Wow. All right, we're on the live chat. I'm in, guys. I'm gonna go all the way to the top. Hola, 152 lol. Hi, is this live hours before the stream starts? What? Why?
Because
What?
it would have been scheduled for like, I don't know, like 9 p.m.
Yeah. Cool.
What
You
does it
seen any
mean?
questions? Because you're usually more on that.
What does it mean you're mad at parkour, bro? Oh, it means you're mad at parkour. I was thinking the other way around, like, why is Dom mad at
Why
parkour?
are you angry?
Yeah, why are you angry
You mad at parkour,
man?
bro?
Well, the
I
upload's
did not
pre-recorded.
flip the tiger. I didn't.
He did not flip the tiger.
No, I would have loved to, but I don't. At the same time, I just don't think that's the thing to do with the tiger. I feel like
I think
it's
that's
taking a
swipe you.
piss. I feel like it's taking the piss a little bit with the tiger. Like if I was to go like, oh, I'm gonna flip over you, tiger, I'd have to be some sort of moron.
I'm gonna flip it, bro.
Okay, look, I'll flip over this monster that sometimes kills people. Not necessarily that one, but like that's what tigers do. They have that power, and yeah, they don't get it too. I kind of like explain it to the tiger. Hey man, it's just a flip, so just don't swipe. You know what I mean? Just don't bite me with your fangs because I'm just doing a flip and it's fun. Like he's not gonna be like.
I'm amazed that they had you eat a meat pie next to the tiger, though I'm guessing they don't really register.
Hey.
How's that a thing?
Because that was personal. We're on the air.
Oh, okay.
I didn't clear that. So just, keep that, bite your tongue, fella. The what's up from NYC? Talk smack about Kadori. Yes. He's 18. He's a beast, but he's 18. So it's really fun to see it. It's different though, because if when I was 18, I was not that mature or switched on or like on my shit. But there's still like a clear age divide, which sometimes is fun. I kind of find myself mothering him or like big brothering him quite a lot, as opposed to like I'll like come down on him hard and like and I'm like, wait, he's not. I just care about him, so it's fun to be like hard on him. He's a good kid. What can I talk smack about him? Oh, he can't do wall flips. It's really funny. He's like got all of these skills, and then he's like can't do wall flips yet. He's just like, because I think when he started them, he hit his head, and so he's just like, nah, I don't like him. That's my smack. Kadori, go on your wall flips, bro. Come on, you can do it. It's been 6 months now. You were meant to have them.
Wait, what's a wall flip? Like inward side? No.
No, wall flip is where you step on a wall and do a backflip, Jarran.
Oh, no way.
You're not that basic.
No,
you're just surprised you can't do it.
Yeah, I'm surprised because that's so basic. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can do them. Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
if I can do
jump
something
like
that's basic.
7 meters. He could jump 7 meters and land on a rail, but he can't do a wall flip. People are so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah,
how does that make sense? Oscar said, come train. Well, no, I have to edit. If you guys come to the north, I'll come train, but I really want to find a spot to do roll bomb gyro out. That's me and Alfie's hunt right now. And if I beat Alfie to it, I'll be gassed. I also want to try 720 morph bomb, but that's like way harder to find a spot for.
What's a gyro out?
It's where you get a pork gyros from or a chicken gyros from Santorini.
You get it out.
And you do a roll bomb and you eat it on the way down. No, it's like a spin out. So 360 out. So you do roll bomb, and as you
Yep,
kick
and
out,
then you
you do a
spin out.
360. Yeah.
You can always go to the cross. First place you ever got roll bombs.
Oh, that might actually be a shout. I was trying to think where I would go, and I couldn't really think of a spot.
Well, that's like the safe place to do it.
Yeah.
Except for the trees everywhere. But I don't think you're going off
Mm.
axis.
I don't know. I would prefer sand. That's been my thing. That I was like, I just prefer to do it on sand. But I could
Where's
probably
that
do
gonna
it.
happen?
A few places.
Like, you need some height, no? Oh, not really. You probably want some
Uh,
height, though.
I would prefer height, yeah, because it means I can do the roll bomb like chill and then spin it on the way down and spot it and stuff. Bondi might be a shout. But the thing is, I'm so lazy. I just want to do it. This is what my whole thing is, because I got stuff to do on my computer here, and I got stuff to do with Mark's locally with the music. Then I'm like, I just want to train locally. I don't want to go train far. And King's Cross and Bondi are a bit of a mission because I don't leave.
Yeah. You are lazy. This is true. I think Alfie's gonna get you on that, though.
We should ask Adora to come on a podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, because like, you know, he's someone that people see very regularly on the channel and have seen a lot of for the past year. So I think it'd be nice for people to get to know him a bit better. He can talk about his history.
Well, why don't we do that next week?
What if something cool happens before that? No. I'll talk to him this week, guys, and we'll see if we can get him on for next week's show. What am I working on right now? Training goals. Well, the Vortex roll bomb. The roll bomb 360 out. I want to do 720 roll bomb as well. That'd be fun. Like 720 dive roll and then bomb. It's just getting in the right position. But the 720 dive roll for me previously has always been quite messy. And I'm like, I don't want to go into like the roll bomb like this again.
Dude, I remember when just your 360 dive rolls were messy. It's like everyone had really nice tech and you were just like fucking
That's actually like how I did it. It is concrete. Yeah. All right. How do you go finding spots? There's pretty much no PK community where I live. So this is a really good question, actually. How do you find parkour spots? So when I was growing up, I would just go to the city and walk around with my friends, and we would see like a block or a wall or like a thing. And your eyesight at the start is very limited. You don't really see that much because you haven't been looking for spots and you haven't done that much. But you can now go and look at YouTube videos and get an idea of what a good spot looks like. It's pretty clear, like, you know, there are multiple channels out there that will show you good spots. I would say if you're not willing to go ride around in person or walk around, the next best bet is to go on Google Maps, scroll in quite close so you can see like wall shapes, and then just go through and find like in between apartment buildings or like walkways or different like parks that they have that have structures in them, and you'll find spots. There's spots everywhere. I think, like I was talking about this phenomenon with Sean and Michael on the weekend, is when international people come here, they're like, you guys have such amazing spots, such unique, diverse spots. And people from Sydney were like, we have shit spots. It's just your perception of what, you know, because you're used to it. You train there all the time. You're like, it's boring. It's not a spot. Or, it's done, you know, that it's not fitting this idea of what I imagine a spot to be. But if you pull that shit away and you just think, what challenges can I do with my body on this location, really amplifies, one, where you can train, but two, your variety of movement, because suddenly you're adapting yourself to the surroundings instead of just going, I need to find wall run, I need to find backflip, I need to find, I don't know why I'm Russian when I do that. But, you know, it's a really important part is the searching and the hunting. And I think the best way I found is on bikes or on foot. Like in Sydney, my method used to be go to a train station, stop, get out, and wander that block, like,
or train
that.
at the train station.
No, because you get fines.
No, not at the train station, outside the train station.
Oh yeah, because there's normally a CBD area. Yeah. Or like a park or something. There's, you know, a lot of, like, I see a lot of American tracers using playgrounds, which is always good for, you know, being able to use somewhere and not get kicked off. A lot of private spots you will get asked to leave. And also, please beg anyone in the parkour community, if they're asked to leave a spot, just move on. Don't bother those people anymore. If you really want to do your challenge, ask politely if you can do one more. If they say no, even if they're being rude to you, just apologize and leave. It's better for all of us to respect the fact that you would be trespassing or you would be on someone's land. Even if you don't believe that you are, better just to, let's not put the reputation of parkour people as like, fuck yeah, and then fighting and all that stupid shit that, we've seen in other industries. Like, a cheeky one more, maybe, or ask for one more, but don't get into back and forwards with people. I beg you, parkour people. It's not worth it. The walls will still be there another time, so just go back another time when that hot-headed person isn't there. Okay. Yeah. Good. Ampy Sound said it well. Too many people recently forgetting that they are borrowing space and it's not an entitlement. Like, yeah, you don't own any of the space, and even in public property, it's like, still, you've got to be courteous to others. You're still using it with others. You're not holier than thou because you can climb over a fence. It just means that you've climbed over a fence and you need to be aware of what you're doing. It's like, recently one of the kids here in Sydney, he's like seen, a bunch of trolley stuff that the German guys were doing, and then wanted to replicate it. So he's been, getting pushed down hills into trolleys into like wall or rail and then flying out the other side. But then he broke a rail, and a few people told me about it. And so the next time I saw him, we were like walking, talking about it, and he's like, oh yeah, here's a clip. I was like, yeah, as long as you're aware that that's wrong behavior and you tried to like source a way to fix it or pay, and they're like, yeah, we were able to put it back without any actual structural damage. It just like not like, you know what I mean? Just superficial damage on that part. And I was like, okay, good. And don't, like, be aware that that's the wrong thing. And he was like, yeah. Like, I'm not glorifying that behavior or whatever. Like, that was an accident that was something that came of the thing they were trying, as opposed to like, oh, we broke a rail, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the correct attitude of respecting space and others. And if you're gonna do parkour, then this is just the way to go. Even like, this is a big thing too, because I see it's really easy for, if someone comes up to you being rude and being a dickhead, you instantly want to be rude and want to be a dickhead back. But that's not going to be beneficial for either of you. I think the most disarming thing is when someone comes over being aggressive, expecting resistance, and you're like, look, man, I'm really sorry. Didn't mean to be. Like, you want to diffuse that anger because it's not necessary. You both can come out of that being amicable, polite human beings. So, yeah.
That's why you're the nicest guy ever.
Fuck off. It's just manners. My mama taught me manners. I think, yeah, And
we've all
like,
seen people respect. Just like go off.
Like, yeah, I think I've been I'm not saying I'm holier than thou either. I swear I've been rude to people, or I've said stupid things to people in my years of training as well. It's just about being conscious and trying not to be that guy. I think it's easier when you're an adult as well, because you're not usually come out with such lament. Like, when you're a kid, they really come at you like, what the fuck are you doing? But now that they see me, and generally I'm clearly doing parkour, like me and Ghidorah would be filming a run or something when they come over, like, they tend to ask first and not assume, which is nice. And I see that's probably harder to do as a teenager, but I just urge you all to do it, because now I'm older, I realize that's the best like result for everyone. yeah, I don't have much else to talk about really. I mean, go and watch Parkour Blowjob. That was the release from the weekend. Really excited about that title because I like being cheeky and it was like spur of the moment. Oh my god, I can use this. Someone's like, change the title for the kids, and I was like, nah.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was just a suggestion. But one of my things is that I'm not PC, and a lot of my audience isn't. Like, we looked at my demographics, and it's all 21 to 35. Like, there's as many people watching over 60 as there is watching under 18. So
Wow.
I'm not really going to cater to those viewers only. I'm going to be myself and be my authentic, genuine fuckery of a person, and cater to who seems to be watching that.
So basically, when you started saying "say hi to your mom for me," everyone's mom started watching you.
Must be it.
Yeah.
Must be it. More so, and then the kids stop watching because obviously then that's the demographic now, is the age group of parentals. It's all the parents just watching me like, yeah, good on you, Dom. Keep jumping, mate.
Yeah. Now you're super uncool.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I was always uncool. I'm not like trendy with the kids. I don't want to be trendy with the kids, man. I didn't like being trendy with the kids when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I hear
All
that.
right, Jess.
Let's get out of
Oh,
here.
yeah.
What's up?
Wait. You made a track, and it's really good, and you can expect his creation at the end of the month. I'm going to whip up. He made this video. He made the song for the video. Do you want to talk about the creative process at all, Jarran?
Dom said, "Hey, can you make this track like this?" And it was ghost-faced killer track. And basically, a few days after that, I went, "I fucking hate this. This fucking sucks." Came back to it about 2 days after that, and went, "All right, we can work with this." And now it's good. It's a good track. I'll if you want, I just got my first draft mix back from Jesus in Canada. I play you 5 seconds.
Yeah, give us 5 seconds. Should start the 5 from the drop though, because
Fuck you.
ooh, bonus round.
Oh shit.
That's 5 seconds, Jarran. Stop spoiling it.
No.
It.
That was actually 20 seconds. Fucking my bad. Oh well. I've got notes on the mix now. I know what's happening.
Bonus round. If you can guess what Ghostface Killer. If you can guess what song it's an old Parkour video, and it's like, one of the songs from an old Parkour video. If you can pick what song Jarran that I told Jarran to take for inspiration. Yeah, to take for inspiration. Next week on the show, you have, sorry, not next week. It'll be the week after, won't it?
What?
Once I released it, I want people to try and hunt what song it was.
Okay.
From old videos, and see if they can figure out where we got the inspiration from.
Personally, I don't hear it, but I don't know. I'm a bit weird. So,
but it's more. But that's because this one's not a direct, like, it's not like what you said with Warp, where you're like, I just basically just made those sounds. Like, you made the idea of this one, so that's why it's a little bit tricky for people. It's just a fun Easter egg trivia. I want people to have a think once they hear the song, and I'll re-say this obviously once we release the video, and see if people come up with an answer. All right, guys, that is all from my end. Jarran,
we're good.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Videos are weekends and Wednesdays, so make sure you hit subscribe. And as always, stay beautiful, stay safe, and keep training, because parkour is life.
Do the things. Yeah.